Hollywood once bragged it could hide anything behind bright lights and soft focus. But here's the secret the studios never wanted in the gossip columns. Some stars on those silver screens were either born male or branded secret men by furious tabloids. Tonight, we pull back the velvet curtain on 20 legendary names, 10 who really did transition in an age of police raids and medical bans, and 10 who faced wild, baseless headlines simply for wearing trousers or speaking with a husky voice. Let's dive into the rumors, the surgeries, and the lies that rewrote movie history. 1. Katherine Hepburn. The trouser talk people said, "A real lady must wear skirts." Katherine Hepburn did the opposite. She worked, she walked, she even met studio bosses in wide-leg trousers and low heels. Some fans loved the fresh style, but gossip columns asked strange questions. Is she really a man? Reporters looked for clues in her short hair, deep voice, and the nickname Jimmy that family used in childhood. They found nothing. Still, the whisper kept moving from beauty salons to radio shows. The studio once hid extra pants in her trailer so she could not wear them home. She simply walked out in underwear to make her point. Every time she won an award, the rumor faded a little. Yet it came back each time she lit another cigarette on screen. Today, we see a bold fashion pioneer. In her own era, many just called her too masculine. 2. Greta Garbo. The quiet mystery. Greta Garbo loved silence. She rarely gave interviews and asked people to leave me alone. Because she spoke so little, newspapers filled the emptiness with wild stories. They wrote that her deep eyes and low voice proved she was born male. Some said Swedish doctors had helped hide the secret before she sailed to America. Fans searched old photos, hoping to spot an Adam's apple or a broad shoulder. They never did. Close friends said she was simply shy and disliked gossip. Garbo lived with female friends, which made rumors grow larger in a time when same-sex love was taboo. She ignored the talk and walked city streets in a big coat and flat shoes. Reporters waited outside her apartment for years, but never got confirmation. The mystery sold papers, yet no evidence surfaced. Garbo stayed silent, and silence kept the legend alive. 3. Marlene Dietrich. The Tuxedo Tease Picture. 1930. Marlene Dietrich steps on screen in a black tuxedo, top hat, and cane. Audiences gasp. Women wearing men's suits was rare, and censors worried. Headlines shouted, "Is she half man?" Dietrich smiled and lit a cigarette with perfect red lips. She loved playing with gender lines. At parties, she might kiss a woman, then dance with a man, leaving onlookers guessing. Tabloids claimed a secret doctor in Berlin had changed her into a woman long ago. No proof existed, yet rumors spread across continents. Police once stopped her in Paris for wearing trousers on the street, an old rule against cross-dressing. She showed her German passport and walked away laughing. Dietrich used the talk as free publicity, saying, "I dress for the image." By owning the joke, she turned scandal into style and opened doors for future stars who blurred fashion rules. 4. Joan Crawford. The wild accusation. Joan Crawford worked hard for every role, yet gossip writers targeted her for sport. In the early 1930s, a tabloid printed a long list of shocking claims, secret films, secret lovers, even a secret birth as a boy named Lucille. Courts called the story libel, and Crawford won the case. Still, the wild-born male rumor clung to her name. Some viewers pointed at her strong jaw or wide shoulders, saying, "Look, proof." Studio photographers softened her images with lights and gauze, but talk continued in barbershops and nightclubs. Crawford adopted children later in life. Gossip said adoption hid a pregnancy scar that could not exist if she were male, twisting facts into nonsense. She answered once, "They will say anything except I cannot act." Then she moved on, collecting awards and working into middle age while rumors faded into old scrapbook pages. Barbara Stanwick. Tough image, tougher gossip. On screen, Barbara Stanwick played gamblers, lounge singers, and cowgirls. She spoke fast, walked sure, and never seemed fragile. Some fans decided such strength meant she was not a real woman. Whisper lines claimed she had been an orphan boy who learned to live as female for stage work. No document supported the tale. Biographers checked hospital records and found a normal birth certificate. Yet the rumor lived on message boards decades later. Why? Maybe her close friendships with women, maybe her very private marriage, or maybe that low, smoky voice. Stanwick ignored the noise. She trained daily with stunt teams, rode horses better than many male stars, and performed her own falls. When reporters asked about gossip, she said, "Next question." By staying focused on craft, she showed how talent can outshine lies, even if the lies never fully disappear. 6. Tula Bankhead. Jokes turned upside down. Tula Bankhead loved a crowd and loved a shock. She joked, "My father warned me about men and booze, but he never said anything about women and cocaine." Reporters repeated her wild one-liners, sometimes twisting them. Soon, a whisper grew. Tula was actually a man in drag. Her raspy voice and bold flirting fueled the story. She once told a fan club, "I am pure as the driven slush," laughing at herself. The more she laughed, the more tabloids printed daring headlines. No court records, no childhood photos proved the claim, yet conspiracy lovers hunted anyway. Bankhead played along, wearing pantsuits one night and slinky gowns the next, keeping everyone off balance. In later years, she said, "I have tried every form of sin known to man and found it overrated, turning rumor into punchline. The legend stays louder than the truth." 7. Mae West. Curves and confusion. Mae West built a career on double meaning and big curves. Drag performers copied her walk and voice, which made some folks say, maybe she copied them first. A headline once asked, "Is Mae West her own brother?" The idea sounded silly, but it sold tickets. In a strict era, any joke about sex or gender felt dangerous and exciting. West leaned into it, writing plays where she, a woman, played a man pretending to be a woman. Critics could not decide if it was art or scandal. Police raided one show and arrested her for moral offenses. That only helped the rumor. Fans whispered that tight dresses hid a flat chest, that deep corsets created fake hips. She answered with a wink, "When I am good, I am very good. When I am bad, I am better." Truth never beat that punchline. 8. Agnes Morehead. The Sewing Circle. Murmur. Agnes Morehead became famous later in life as the colorful mother-in-law on a magic sitcom. Long before that, she joined a quiet group of Hollywood women rumored to be queer, nicknamed the Sewing Circle. Because society judged same-sex love harshly, members kept silent, and silence fed wild tales. Some gossip columns stretched the story, saying Agnes was intersex or had been born male. Friends denied it, but the rumor rode along with every new episode of her show. A strong voice and dramatic stage roles added fuel, making viewers say, "She acts almost too powerful." Morehead talked often about faith and charity, rarely about private life. She told students, "The only sin is mediocrity." By giving no personal details, she left a blank page, and some people filled that page with fantasy. No medical proof ever appeared, and the tale stayed unproven. 9. Clara Bo. Tabloid trial by fire. In the Roaring '20s, Clara Bo was everywhere. She danced, laughed, and lit up the screen as the it girl. Fame brought envy. A jealous former employee sold lies to a scandal sheet, claiming Bo bet on dogfights, loved women, and was secretly a man who fooled Hollywood makeup teams. The tabloid printed every word. Bo sued, and the court ruled in her favor, fining the paper. Yet damage remained. Small-town theaters boycotted her films, and strangers wrote cruel letters. Bo suffered anxiety and left movies while still young, leading some to say, the rumor must be true. Years later, historians reviewed studio records and medical files, finding zero support for the hoax. The story teaches how fast a single fake headline can shape a life, especially when the star is a woman pushing new ideas of fun and freedom. 10. Marilyn Monroe. internet conspiracy icon. Long after her death, Marilyn Monroe became a magnet for online plots, hidden diary, secret murder, and yes, born male. Social media posts show altered photos, claiming surgery scars on her waist prove everything. Users share a fake hospital form with no letterhead. Doctors who worked with Monroe said she had normal female anatomy, but facts rarely stop a viral meme. Some point to her breathy voice, saying hormones made it soft. Others note a bulging vein in one photo and call it proof of throat shaving, a procedure to reduce an Adam's apple. None of these claims stand up under expert review. The rumor reflects modern fascination with big reveals. Monroe was a complex person who struggled with image control. By turning her into a secret man, conspiracy fans feel they uncover hidden truth, yet they only recycle old doubts dressed in new pixels. 11. Christine Jorgensson, headline pioneer. In the early 1950s, newspapers shouted, "XGI becomes blonde beauty." That person was Christine Jorgensson, who traveled to Denmark for new surgery that changed male body traits to female ones. America had never seen such a story. Some called her brave, others called her sinful. Movie producers offered roles playing herself, but censors hesitated. Rumors said she planned to play a sexy spy to fool men on screen, blurring lines of reality and fiction. Jorgensson toured nightclubs, answered rude questions with calm humor, and showed medical letters proving her transition was real. Still, tabloids searched for old army buddies to doubt her story. A few critics claimed doctors had only removed ribs and taught her to talk in a higher pitch, painting her as a fake. Medical experts disagreed. Jorgensson kept smiling under bright lights, turning controversy into an education moment for curious crowds. 12th. Sir Lady Java. Stage fight for rights. Los Angeles once enforced a rule. Performers could not wear clothes of the opposite sex. Sir Lady Java, a glamorous club singer assigned male at birth, said no. Police tried to shut her show. Newspapers wrote that Java fooled men into desire, calling it a moral threat. Some audiences believed the talk and shouted insults. Java hired a lawyer from the ACLU and took the city to court. Rumors swirled that studios secretly backed her, hoping for a new star, while rival clubs paid police to stop her act. None of that proved true. The real story was one woman against an unfair law. Judges finally struck down the rule, but gossip lingered, saying Java had bribed officials or hidden her real voice with lip sync. She kept touring, her tall wigs and sparkling gowns shining brighter than any rumor could. 13. Candy Darling, Warhol's camera. Darling. When Candy Darling walked into Andy Warhol's studio, cameras loved her. She was assigned male at birth, but commanded the room like a silver screen queen. Some critics said Warhol used her as a joke, calling her he in print to stir scandal. Others whispered she was a cisgender woman pretending to be trans for fame, flipping the rumor upside down. Film censors threatened to block her movies, saying audiences would feel tricked. Candy answered by acting even more glamorous, quoting old Hollywood lines with a smile. Gossip writers claimed doctors in Mexico had botched surgery, that she was dying, that she wore masks to hide scars. In truth, she lived fast and bright, performing until illness took her young. Her final wish was to be remembered as a complete actress, not a controversy. Today, her charm still sparkles on restored film reels. 14. Holly Woodlon, runaway star. Holly Woodlon ran from home as a teenager, changed her name on a Florida bus, and never looked back. Years later, after appearing in the underground movie Trash, magazines printed shocking headlines: "Man turns girl turns star." Some claimed she fooled casting directors by sneaking into auditions in dim light. Others said Warhol paid for secret surgery in return for scandal. PR. Woodlon laughed, "I paid my own." Way Darling. Rumors followed every city she toured. Police once arrested her on a petty charge and forced a humiliating body check, which became another tabloid scoop. Fans asked if she was all the way female or half. She joked, "Depends on the night." The uncertainty fed both curiosity and cruelty, yet her comic timing and fearless honesty won hearts. She proved talent can shine even when the rumor cloud never leaves. 15. Jackie Curtis, glitter and question marks. Jackie Curtis mixed rough edges with bright glitter. On stage, she wore smeared lipstick and lace stockings with ripped t-shirts. Critics said, "Is Jackie a man, a woman, or something else?" Curtis replied, "I am not a drag queen. I am an artist." Rumors circled that she planned to remove her fake breasts during each performance, shocking the crowd. She never did, but the myth stuck. Some club owners banned her shows to avoid police trouble. Others advertised gender illusion to sell tickets, even though Curtis said the message was about personal freedom, not trickery. Friends claimed she refused surgery offers because labels bored her. Reporters searching for scandal missed the deeper story. Jackie wrote smart plays about class and identity, yet headlines stayed shallow, asking only which bathroom she used. The glitter hid pain, but also protected a fierce creative heart. 16th April Ashley, model under the microscope. April Ashley posed for fashion magazines in London until one day a paper shouted her past across the front page. Born male, now female model. Designers dropped her bookings overnight. Some said she had fooled the camera with padding and clever lighting. Photographers who worked with her denied trickery, praising her natural presence. Rumors added new layers: secret royal lover, undercover spy, even false claims she never completed surgery. A court later annulled her marriage, calling her legally male, which made gossip explode again. Ashley faced it calmly, giving radio talks about her life. Each talk answered questions, yet fresh rumors started in other countries. For years, she could not work in film because insurers feared protests. Only late in life did she receive honors for bravery. Her story shows how one headline can build a wall higher than any studio gate. 17. Coccinelle, French nightclub legend. Coccinelle dazzled Paris cabarets with feather fans and sparkling gowns. Tourists whispered, "She was born a soldier named Jacques," mixing truth with exaggeration. It was true she transitioned, one of the first in Europe, but soldier tales were fiction. French cinema eyed her for roles, yet censors blocked them, saying the public could not handle gender disguise. Magazines claimed she traveled with personal doctors to fix surgery every 6 months. She laughed, "I only travel with costumes, darling." Rumors said rich men paid millions to keep her secret. Others said jealous wives hired detectives to prove her past. None of these stories held proof. Coccinelle focused on stage lights, where rumors fade under applause. Her wedding in a church made more news, forcing a new French law for trans people. Controversy followed her, yet she always kept the final bow. 18. Bunny Breckenridge, Plan 9. Curiosity. Bunny Breckenridge was a grand talker who loved fine clothes and wilder parties. When Ed Wood cast him in Plan 9 from Outer Space, reporters called it a man in a muumuu playing alien queen. Breckenridge had long announced plans for surgery in Europe, but money and legal troubles stopped him. Rumors said doctors refused because of age. Others claimed he faked the plan for attention. Police raids on his San Francisco home uncovered costumes and love letters, which fed headlines like Duke and Drag. He answered court questions with humor, turning trials into theater. Movie fans later turned Plan 9 into a cult hit, and new rumors grew online. Some said Bunny secretly completed surgery and lived under a new name in Mexico. Records show he stayed in California, telling tall tales until the end. His life blurred truth and performance until nobody cared to separate them. 19th. Julian Eling, silent screen shapeshifter. Before sound films, Julian Eling was the biggest female impersonator in the world. He sold out theaters, endorsed makeup, and even had a magazine column about beauty. Yet in public, he posed with boxing gloves and cigars to show he was macho when off stage. Newspapers wondered, is he living full-time as a woman or just acting? Some said he secretly married a chorus girl to stop talk. Others whispered that marriage was staged. Rumors claimed he padded bank books by blackmailing rich men who thought he was female. No evidence appeared, but the tales fit the moral panic of that era. When movies added sound, his career faded, and gossip blamed hormone problems from too many corsets. Eling denied everything except his art, creating perfect illusion on stage. His story shows how fame built on Disguise can invite lifelong suspicion. 20th Ray Bourbon, Comedy in Court. Ray Bourbon told audiences wild stories about drinking tea with kings and racing cars with movie stars. Critics laughed, unsure what to believe. Police arrested Bourbon several times for masquerading as a woman. Each time, newspapers asked, "Is Bourbon male, female, or neither?" In one trial, the judge demanded proof of gender. Bourbon answered with a joke and a song, causing the courtroom to giggle. Some rumors said he had surgery in Mexico, then reversed it for money. Others claimed he used body doubles in baths to maintain mystery. Bourbon printed a booklet titled "Let Me Tell You About My Operation," mixing fact and fantasy so tightly that historians still argue. Late in life, he was jailed again over a dog custody battle that turned tragic. The final rumor said Bourbon died while planning another gender change. Records show he died quietly, still telling jokes.